Katie.
And I'm Kay.
And you're listening to the Babes of Quinte podcast. We're meant to be blown away by life, fully immersed in the experience. But let's be real, sometimes that feels impossible.
It's only impossible if you're listening to the wrong voices. You need Cheryl Himberg in your corner.
Cheryl is the superwoman behind Key Element Solutions. She doesn't just coach, she smashes negative self-talk and helps you ignore the noise so you can build the career, business, and life you actually want.
Whether it's through the 12-week year executive coaching or the Leader Circle, Cheryl bridges the gap between mindset, strategy, and self-leadership to take real action.
Her energy is literally contagious. She takes years of high-level corporate experience plus a decade of study in neuroscience and injects it directly into your personal and professional dream.
Take that first step forward, adding game-changing positivity to your life and business.
Connect with Cheryl today at keyelement.ca. That's keyelement.ca. And follow Key Element Solutions on Facebook and Instagram at Key Element Solutions.
Get in, babes. We're going for ice cream at the Parlor.
You mean the newest ice cream shop in Trenton at the landmark venue?
You know it. They stock Kawartha Dairy ice cream, which means I can get a cone full of creamy mint chip.
Or a cup of Moose Tracks. I cannot be trusted with a cone.
Of course you can't. You can eat ice cream and lounge in the gorgeous sitting area or soak up the sunshine and walk around Quinte West.
The Parlor is open 7 days a week, 4 to 8 p.m. all spring. Extended hours start in July.
From getting the kids a treat to cute date nights and girls' night out to just a little dessert after dinner, you're going to want to add the Parlor at the Landmark to your spring and summer plans.
The Parlor at the Landmark, 16 Marmor Street, Trenton. Follow them on Instagram at theparlor.icecream.
This is like your like autistic like sound. Nobody knows what this is. There's this movie on Netflix called Apex that neither of us have watched.
I'm gonna watch it on Sunday.
That our coworker told us about, but apparently there's some like trending sound.
There's a trending sound and a trending dance scene,
and apparently a bird call.
He does it. Well, you watched the trailer. We watched the trailer yesterday.
Yeah,
or we watched the scene, yeah.
It's disturbing.
It's so spooky, but yeah, I've been listening to the song on repeat, so it's like on repeat in my head.
In your head, yeah.
Like,
do you ever get the things where it's like you have to listen to a song like a million times?
Yeah, I think it's ADHD.
Okay, because I'm doing that right now.
With what song?
Cut to the Feeling by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Sing it.
No.
I'll have to listen to it.
I'll play it.
I don't think we have rights to that.
Well, I'll play like 10 seconds.
Okay. It was prior to this song. It was the country song Brunette. Never heard this. Oh, this a vibe. Okay, turn it off. We don't have rights. We're gonna get sued allegedly.
From me, talk to me, baby.
See, you will sing.
Oh, I love Carly Rae Jepsen.
But do you know what sucks? And this happens for me with food too. When I hate the song,
that I can
never listen to it, and it happens to me with like breakfast food specifically. Like I'll be on a terror of only eating one breakfast, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever had, and then one day,
out of nowhere
you eat it and you're like, this is disgusting, and I hate
because then you have to find your new comfort food.
Yeah.
Like I had a thing the last like 3 weeks. I'm like, all I want to do is eat fried rice.
Oh, I love fried rice.
All I want is fried rice and chicken and like a bunch of little vegetables, like
and
I want the rice to be a little bit crispy on the bottom. I want that's all I want. It's all I want to eat. I don't want anything else.
Yeah, that's what right now is me with udon noodles. Really into udon noodles.
I had a pad see ew last night.
Pad see ew? From where did you make it?
No, I got it from Thai Express.
Beep. Give us $500.
Yeah, no, I was just like, because my tummy hurt yesterday.
You were having some struggles.
It was not a good day yesterday for me and my tummy. And I was like, I need something that's like no dairy, no like, so I got like tofu noodles, rice noodles, like that's it.
Yeah.
Are they rice noodles?
Yeah, they are rice noodles, like
Yeah.
a thick rice noodle. So good.
Yeah, and I was just like, this is all I need, and just like
Stop popping your phone.
Sorry.
Sorry. I need to give you headphones.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't had pad see ew in a really long time.
It's really good.
Because I'll default to fried rice.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hungry.
It's sunny out. What else is going on?
We have a barbecue coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna make hot dogs.
Yeah, so on the long weekends, we get dismissed from work early.
Close at
Thank
noon.
you, John and Ferg.
Thank you.
And Katie started this thing where she also does a barbecue.
What's wrong with me?
And so she's going to be barbecuing. She's going to be our barbecue daddy.
Yeah, I turn into barbecue dad and I wheel my barbecue out of the basement. We have a barbecue. We have a work barbecue.
Yeah.
And I wheel it out and I make my hot dogs for the staff.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's fun.
And we have like pasta salad and
I think I do this because I want pasta salad.
Oh yeah, I think that's the only way to do things in a workplace.
Yeah.
It's like, do I want this? Yes. Like when we did the hot chocolate bar,
I wanted it.
it's like,
yeah.
I want this, and the rest of you are gonna just also participate.
People are like, you don't have to do it. I'm like, I want it. So
but I want it.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, this episode
Yes.
feels crazy.
I was not expecting a response. Never mind an actual interview. Never mind
Never mind, just like the nicest human ever. Like, actually, I should have known that was coming, but like,
oh yeah, I shouldn't be surprised.
so kind. So, should we say who it is?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I think they already know.
Oh, okay. So it's how?
It's the title of the episode.
I always forget it's not a secret.
You're so cute.
Thank you. I think it's because in Smart List it's a secret. No, but they put the name.
No, it's not a secret. It's not a secret to the listeners. It's a secret to the hosts. It's not a secret to us. It's not a secret to anyone.
Okay. Just cancel me now. It's Sarah Keenleyside.
Yeah, and she's an incredible designer. She has an HGTV show called The County. She was on HGTV before
Backyard Builds.
Backyard Builds.
She's a mom.
She's a mom.
a wife.
She has the cutest love story.
So cute. And like I love when people come on and take notes, future guests, and just go all out.
Yeah,
Like tell us
us everything.
I want to know the things. And I say it in the episode because she's like, to make a long story short. And I'm like, no, I want a short story long.
Yeah,
I want to
tell me
know the
everything.
details. I want this to be long form.
like give me, tell me what perfume you were wearing that
Yeah.
day. Like give me the details.
Yeah. Yeah. And she does. And I love it.
I think my favorite thing about this week is both of our interviews this week had really cute stories about how they met their partner.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they did. And like in the wild.
Yeah, like no apps, just
No. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's making me feel warm and fuzzy and nice inside.
And I'm excited to watch The County.
I am also excited to watch The County.
Because I'm not going to lie. And I didn't say this when I saw I think when you see a city person come in, like when I saw The County, I didn't know the backstory.
Yeah.
So I get like nervous. I get stress sweaty about like, oh, they're just like, now the county's gonna get even more busy and like all these things.
For me, it's just like sometimes, not Sarah specifically, people come in and they're like, I know better than you. Nah, 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 nah. And that is not this.
No, and she makes that so clear. And getting to hear that firsthand, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah. And I'm really happy we got to have this conversation.
I am too. Do you want an engagement ring like no other?
Do you want a custom Lord of the Rings pendant?
Do you want some of your grandma's jewelry turned into a modern necklace that matches your style?
Steve Marshman Fine Jewelry and Custom Design is the diamond destination. They specialize in custom design and redesigning old pieces into new. They have the perfect piece to make you sparkle.
Choose the perfect piece from a range of rings, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, pendants, watches, and so much more.
Or get a handcrafted piece custom designed for you.
Should we go buy jewelry jewelry today?
I'm in.
Visit them at the Somerville Center or online at stevemarshmanjewelry.com.
And make sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Steve Marshman Fine Jewelry. Okay, smile.
Cheese.
Your smile looks amazing.
Thank you. I just got my 6-month teeth cleaning and dental checkup at Family Dental Center. Plus, I'm exploring their whitening options to make sure my pearly whites are summer ready.
Wow. And we know they have an amazing team that makes you feel right at home. They also offer options to help people struggling with dental anxiety, like gravity blankets and headphones.
Family Dental Center has locations in Belleville, Frankfurt, and Coburg. Make sure your smile is ready for the warm weather.
Book an appointment today at FamilyDentalCenter.com and make sure to follow them on Facebook and Instagram at FDC Family.
To put it in simple terms, our next guest professionally makes spaces really, really pretty. She's a seasoned HGTV host and has recently debuted her new show, The Quinte, where she and her design team overhaul her home and design studio. Babes of Quinte, please welcome Sarah Keenleyside.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. I feel like you're a real celebrity.
I do too. I'm like HGTV.
I'm like, we've had people like local people who are like really well known in the community, but I'm like, I feel like you're like a real, like I watched you on TV.
Well, I listen to you guys on the radio, so
that's crazy too.
Oh no.
Okay, so we start every episode. What is your favorite chip?
My favorite chip is All Dressed.
And
Not even a hesitation.
No.
Like just
Do you want the second favorite chip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Farm Boys salt and vinegar.
Oh, I love Farm
We've
Boy
never
chips.
had anyone
Nobody
say
has ever
Farm
said
Boy.
Farm Boy.
Oh, that's because it's hard to get here.
hard
I'm
to
from
get.
Ottawa,
Yeah.
which is I think the birthplace of Farm Boy,
Yeah.
and that's actually something that my parents bring when they come to visit. Is
I love
Farm Boy
that.
salt and vinegar chips.
Now I want to try them.
They're really good.
When you go all dressed, are you going Ruffles?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the OG.
I'm not a psycho.
Well, maybe.
Maybe we don't know.
I have been bullying Farm Boy on Instagram for like 2 years, being like, why are you not in Belleville yet?
Can you imagine if we got a Farm Boy?
Okay,
out
but
here?
Because we thought Healthy Planet was going to be Farm Boy.
We did.
Oh yeah, but Healthy Planet's pretty great.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
it's
not
great.
mad.
That's amazing.
To be
Yeah.
fair, not mad about
Yeah.
Healthy Planet at all. But for the longest time, I'm like, that's going to be.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been a rumor. Like Farm Boy and Costco have been Belleville rumors.
I've
since
heard
I
about
was
the
a
Costco
child.
one, which
Costco is August 2027.
Really?
You're lying.
Do you know this? Are we dropping facts
Give
today?
me the receipts.
The receipts.
Who?
It was posted on a Costco coming soon, like locations coming soon,
When?
like yesterday.
Okay, good. Because I heard that there was like a pandemic like hijack of this. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
2 boys. They're currently 6 and 4. But when I have 2 teenage boys, mama needs a Costco.
Yeah.
I have a 6-year-old boy too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys eat like.
That's the thing. Right
Crazy
now,
amounts.
it's like, here are your tater tots and we're okay. But like when they start eating me out of house and home, I need a Costco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna need the meat sticks.
Yeah.
and
I need
everything
meat
else.
sticks now. Like
I also need meat sticks.
I need a midday pepperette always.
Have you seen those duo packs where you get one cheese string? Like it's like
Yeah.
a cheese stick and
Does
like
it?
a pepperette.
That's like the poor man's charcuterie board.
Literally, there's just no
But-
cracker.
I feel like sometimes they're not in the refrigerated section, and it makes me feel.
No,
That's a little suspect.
Yeah.
No, I don't mess with that.
I'm probably gonna get a pepperette after this.
I have one in my bag.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be I haven't been asked that in forever, a National Geographic photographer.
Wow,
It was
that's
very
so
specific. Yeah.
How old were you when you came up with that?
8.
I love that. Did you read them?
Yes.
Oh,
I did
so
too.
like we had the National Geographic subscription,
Nice.
and it was just like bookcases of yellow.
Yeah.
If you remember, like the spines
Yeah.
are all yellow of those, just like entire bookcases of pure yellow, and I just poured over those magazines. And then I wasn't really into fine art as a teenager. I went to one of those art schools in Ottawa called Canterbury High School, and it was the kind that you have to like audition to get into. It's kind of like the TV show Fame. I think you guys are younger than me, so
I know.
it's like
As soon
you
as
might
you
not
know
know
I'm
it.
really not.
but it was a special arts school, and it's the only one in Ottawa. And I got into fine art, and then National Geographic magazines became part of my like signature art style. It was like collages
So cool.
with like painting and photography, but then also like the photos from National Geographic. So that's interestingly enough where the photography for National Geographic took me, was into my fine art channeling.
I feel like what you wanted to be and then how that pivoted, it kind of all...
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
It does?
Like
Well, because it's like design and it's like just artsy and creative, right?
It definitely was the photography side of National. Like, I mean, I was reading the stuff as well, but it was always those like amazing photos.
Honestly, there's this guy on Instagram who's like a wildlife photographer, and he's always like, stay here so I can, and I'm like, okay, I'll stay and look at the owl. And like, show me that dirty little picture you took. I want to see it. Show me those Arctic creatures.
I love it.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Nature porn.
I love nature. Like, it's so fun.
Oh yeah, I could
know.
just like watch a David Attenborough narrate.
It's
like,
a coming of age moment when all of a sudden you're like, oh, I just need to be in a forest, or I need to watch a
give me,
documentary
like,
or David Attenborough.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're over 30. You're also listening to talk radio.
Yeah. We love talk radio.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's a coming of age moment. All of a sudden it clicks. You're like, that's what people are listening to.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
So you went to OCAD
Yes.
for environmental design.
Yes.
That's
Someone's
so
done their
cool.
research.
Yeah, I think you wrote it in your
Oh,
interview.
okay. When I provided you that research. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So what does that mean?
So OCAD is the Ontario College of Art and Design.
Yeah.
And it's in Toronto. And environmental design is interior design, but the program was kind of coined in the 70s, 80s when they didn't want to limit it just to interiors. So it's creating environments. So interior, exterior, it's a precursor to architecture. So if I wanted to continue on, I think it was like 2 more years of architecture at U of T to become an architect.
Wow.
So that's what environmental design is.
I was wondering, because I was like, oh, when I read it, I was like, oh, is that like landscape architecture? Like but it's a bit different.
Yeah,
because
it's creating environments, but
Yeah.
not wanting to limit it just to interiors.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
so
cool.
cool.
So it really was an interior design course. Yeah.
That's cool.
And is OCAD what took you from Ottawa to Toronto?
So yes, yeah. So I was born and raised in Ottawa, and then I traveled a lot. So I did my last year of high school in Switzerland, where my mom's best friend lives, and
that's so cool.
that blew the world open to me.
Yeah.
Because Switzerland is nestled right in the center of Europe. So it's like a 1-hour train ride, and you're like, now I'm in Italy, and another hour
love
train ride
that.
in another direction. You're like, now I'm in France. Like it was
That's
amazing.
crazy.
And then from there, I went to Thailand. And then the following year, I came home and was like, okay, I know myself well enough that when I go to university or college, I'm going to be so practical that I need a job coming right out of it to like start paying back a student loan and stuff. But I wanted a bit more adventure. So then I actually took a teaching English class, TESOL it's called, teaching English as a second language. And I moved to China with my best friend. So I was 19 and I moved to China. I can't believe my parents let me do this. Like 18, I was in Switzerland for a year.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Oh, so you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they probably didn't even notice I was gone.
Yeah, they were like, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, yeah, I haven't seen her in a while. Oh
my God, we just had this
hey, I'm in
conversation.
China, guys.
Our guest yesterday was like, I have middle child syndrome.
Yeah.
a
Okay.
thing.
Well, sometimes it works for you because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, sure, go.
Go to China.
It turns out I've talked to my mom about it since, and both my parents about it since, and they're like, yeah, we were terrified, but we just didn't want to hold you back. And
Oh,
so I'm like,
that's
oh, that's really
nice.
great of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I moved to China for a year with my best friend, Louise, and we taught English there. And at that point, my sister was living in Hawaii. So on the way back, I stayed with my
Amazing.
sister for a month or two. Can't even remember anymore. Then I came back, and then I kind of was like, okay, I'm moving to Toronto. We're going to school.
But you know what I love, and we talk about this so much, that you, right after high school, you didn't go.
Oh, yeah.
To school. And this is something we preach on this podcast of like, to the younger generation, take some time.
Especially now, like when I
Yeah.
went to school, we had OAC, which is grade 13.
Yeah.
So you graduated when you were like, depending on your
18,
birthday,
19.
19.
Yeah.
And now I can't even imagine. You've got like 17-year-olds.
My daughter is 17.
Oh,
and
you have a
she's
17-year-old?
yes.
Girl.
She beat teen pregnancy.
Wow.
Yeah, no, so she's 17 and she graduates in like next month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, 1, you're graduating. 2, she's like, I just want to take a year off and just do something. She's like, maybe travel, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, you just
Anytime she's in the car with me, I'm like, so you traveling next year?
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you going to go?
Exactly.
Where do you want to travel to?
I can't imagine. Can you imagine at 17 being asked to like figure out what you want and also she got stuck in the whole like COVID lockdown of school. So like even that, like she hasn't been able to have as many experiences.
So that's why I'm just like, you know what? I would prefer if you just didn't go to school right away.
Yeah.
Like have some life experiences, go mess up where you're not spending thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
And school's so much more expensive now.
So much more expensive. I think that it's also really tough with, like, you're hearing about these younger generations now of coming out with these degrees or diplomas and like they can't use them for much.
Like, there's
so
no
it's
jobs.
like, take your time. I also, even the time that I took off, I realized between when I was traveling, I was either going to go into biology or fine art, but my like mathematical side of my brain was like, well, if I go into fine art, I don't want to be like a starving artist. I don't want to just be like a fine art painter. Like I want more of like a career that I can control a bit better. And it was taking that time off that made me realize anytime I was stressed, anytime that I was like missing home or whatever, I would start doodling, I would start being creative, and I really like it would make me feel more centered again. I'm like, okay, this is obviously part of who I am, so I have to figure out a career that uses that, and that's how I discovered interior design. So it's the fine art, it's the color theory, it's the proportions and everything that you know from fine art, but then you're also applying it in a more mathematical way. And that's where interior design was like the perfect solution for me.
I love that.
And so the environmental, what was it called? Environmental
design.
It was like essentially interior design. So it's not like you had to do another program after you finished that.
No, it was
that's
exactly
awesome.
interior design. And it just, and I was lucky enough that when I was at OCAD, it became OCAD U in my final year. So by doing 2 more extra courses, I got a degree. Nice. I mean, my 2 extra courses didn't have anything to do with interior design. It was like a biology. I finally got the biology and like biology 101 and anthropology, which actually is quite practical because it's like human,
like the way people's brains work.
Exactly, which is part of interior design in so many ways. But yeah, so I was able to graduate with a degree from there, but it was only 2 courses a semester I was taking. So I actually started working part-time at a design firm while I was still in school, which I like just, again, got out of the gates running and knowing myself, like I didn't travel again for another 5 years. So like, I'm really glad I got that traveling in early.
Yeah. And then you just buckled into a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where was it?
It was in Toronto. It was a commercial design firm called Envision Sales.
Wow.
And we used to, like, ironically, like design Rogers stores and stuff like that.
Oh, jeez.
And like cut to, oh God, I don't want to do the math on this. It's at least 20, it's probably 20 years later now. I work for Rogers because they own HGTV. I'm like, it's funny when I go to the Rogers head office, I'm like, that's Pantone 301. like
I know my Pantones.
I know this red. And it's just like, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to work in this and like do your posters and stuff like that.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So you moved to PEC full time in August of 2023.
Yes.
What do you love most about leaving the city?
Everything. Like, honestly, I love Toronto. I am not someone that has moved. So again, from Ottawa, moved to Toronto when I was 21, I think. So I've lived there for 20 plus years. Absolutely love Toronto. And I lived in the west end of the city, like Queen West, we call it. And
That's where I live too.
really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
I was like, you know where the Cadbury factory is?
Yeah.
Like my house was pressed up against it.
Got it. That smells amazing.
It was incredible.
It's like you go up that street. Anyone that doesn't know where she's talking about, it's like you drive up that street with your windows open. You're like, oh, it's like Willy Wonkaville.
love
It's so
that.
good.
Incredible.
So good. But yeah, so for my husband and I, my husband has actually been was in the county for the past 11 years. So he grew up coming to Sandbanks every summer with his family. They would have a trailer. They would go camping all summer long. So he knew the county really well. And it was on our very first date 11 years ago that he told me, just so you know, in a month's time, I'm leaving Toronto and I've just bought a home in Wellington, which is in Prince Edward County, and I'm moving there in a month. And I straight up said, well, I hope I don't like you then. Can you swear on this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I actually said, great first impression on a first date to a guy I was totally crushing on. I'm like, well, I hope I don't fucking like you then, because I don't want to get into a long distance relationship. Said that to his face. I don't know what I was thinking, but
I feel like it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
fine.
It worked out, it turns out. But this was on our very first date, and I misunderstood. I thought he meant Prince Edward Island.
Oh,
I had never
classic
been
mix
here.
up.
I'd never
Yeah.
been to Prince Edward County, even though I'm from Ottawa, lived in Toronto. It's right smack dab in the middle. I had never made that stop on the 401.
Well, and also I feel like 11 years ago it wasn't on the map
It's
yet.
true,
It was
but it's also
starting
like
to
so
come.
different.
Whereas
Yeah.
like with Toronto, his family came here. With my family in Ottawa, we had a cottage, like a little tiny shack of a cottage in Quebec.
Yeah.
And then I also, when I started going to summer camp just north of Kingston, when I was like 7 or 8.
What camp?
Camp Oconto.
I went to Oconto.
You did?
Yeah. For like,
You're an Oconto girl?
for 3 years. I did not do well at summer camp.
Oh no.
But I went there.
Oh, well then I had the best experience at that camp as a camper, as a staff way longer than I should have been. I think I was like 21 the last time I was there. I'm like, I went through a breakup and I was like, Lisa, Bruce, the owners of the camp. I'm like, can I come back and be special arts lady? They're like, sure.
My God, that's what my brother did at his camp. He
Really?
was like done, and then his girlfriend broke up with him, and they needed one more section head, and his best friend who was going back was like, I think I know who your
What camp did
section
your brother go to?
Kilku.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Kilku or
Yeah.
Panaka. If you were at a girls' camp, he was at a boys'
Yeah.
camp.
This is so
Yeah.
funny.
See, they're like the emotional support. If camp works for you, it's like I don't know. It was formative for me. And so so I spent all my summers up just north of Kingston on Eagle Lake.
So your husband moves to Wellington.
Moves to Wellington on our third date, which was 3 days later.
Okay.
Okay, so
It was
love.
Yeah. If we were not playing it cool. I straight up said that to him, like, we're not playing this
Why
cool.
do that?
You haul
I'm
it.
So
done
I was
playing it cool.
35, he was 36. There is something that happens.
You know, when you know, you
I had
just
kissed enough frogs.
Yeah.
I think he had as well. And it was just, it's his personality. It's my personality. It was there was like fairy dust sprinkled on the whole.
How did you guys meet?
We met, it's kind of funny actually. So he's a very well-known musician. His name's Justin Rutledge. He's a Juno Award-winning musician.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can fangirl on him.
Yeah.
He's my husband. I get to go home with him. But so I had always been a fan of his, never gone to one of his concerts or anything, but I'd been a fan of his on CBC radio. Like when it would come on, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. And a friend of mine, a great musician, Danny Michelle, used to do these, he called them school night, what were they called? It's so long ago now, school night Wednesdays or something like that. And every Wednesday in Toronto, he would do a live show at the Dakota, which was this great underground bar there. And every week he would bring on a special guest, like a surprise guest. And Danny, being a good friend of mine, he always put me on the list. It was a great thing to do on a Wednesday. I'd go down and watch some live music. I'm a huge music fan. Once it was Sarah Harmer. Once it was Stuart McLean.
That's so cool.
Once it was the astronaut Hatfield. And it was like, because he's a great singer too.
Yeah.
And then this one time, it was Justin Rutledge. And I remember so clearly being with my friend at the bar, and I went to go get us some beers, and I look down the bar, and I see this really handsome man at the end of the bar, kind of like in the area that like general pop's not allowed to go. And I come back to my friend, I'm like, oh, I think the special guest tonight is Justin Rutledge. It's either him or there was another musician I had him confused with because I'd never seen him in person before. And I'm like, oh man, I think I've got a crush on that guy. He goes up and sings 2 or 3 songs, and I'd never seen him play live before, and I was just like enamored. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's amazing. And at the end of the night, I'm hanging out with our friend Danny, just chatting and stuff, and Justin Rutledge walks by. He says, thanks for having me, Danny, blah, 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 all that stuff. We technically meet. I'm just like, oh, that was great. He walks away. And then so I start following him on Instagram.
I thought you were going to say just following him.
No.
I was like, that was a choice.
Not that kind of creep. Yeah, exactly. Not that kind of a creep, but close. So I started following him on Instagram, and lo and behold, he follows me back. I'm like, oh my gosh. He knows
the original meet cute, I swear.
Yeah. And so at this point, I'm doing like online dating. I've been single for a while. I run my own design firm in Toronto. It's run out of the basement unit of my home. Like, I don't meet people. Like, I'm meeting homeowners or like lots of gay men in the design community. Like, it's like I'm kissing a lot of frogs on online dating, and I'm kind of over it. I'm telling my friends about like, oh, I just, there's this guy that I think he knows I exist, but like, he seems to be following me and likes some of my stuff, but we've never chatted or anything. And my girlfriends, so we have this group called the Wild Turkeys. It's me and 3 of my best girlfriends, and we were all single at the time. It was one of those like sort of total Sex in the City moments of like, we're all in our like mid 30s, early 40s, total eligible bachelorettes, but like just striking out in the dating scene and stuff. And so I'm telling my girlfriends at brunch, like, there's this guy, I really want to reach out, but like, I don't like, maybe he's married. I don't want to be a creep. And he's also a really well-known musician, and I don't want to come off as like an Uber fan, but like, we technically met. And so my girlfriends totally convinced me. They're like, Sarah, you're willing to go out on dates with these dudes on online dating. Like, just, what do you have to lose? I'm like, you're right. But this is before Instagram had private messaging, okay? So like, there wasn't the ability
I forgot that.
to
Never.
like send a DM.
You just couldn't slide into the DMs.
So you comment on a photo,
Did
right?
you comment on a photo?
No, but he did.
Oh my God.
Literally, we ride your bike everywhere in Toronto.
Yeah.
I ride my bike home from brunch, and I'm like, okay, I have to ride this this pep talk, right? I'm going home, and I'm going to message this guy, and I'm just going to say like, hey, you want to hang out sometime or whatever? I don't know.
Through a comment.
Through a comment, right? And I'm like, just do it. I completely, like, I'm so nervous to do this. I like go to the pharmacy and I get some shampoo and I go get my groceries because I'm stalling, right?
Yeah.
I get home finally. I sit on my couch. I turn on the app. Again, this is like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So I turn on the app, and there's like a new notification. And this is before I'm doing any television shows or anything. I have a private account. Like, you get like 2 likes a day kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is like early
Yeah,
stages.
we were like living for 10 likes.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. And like, if someone comments, you're like, oh, I got a comment today, right? And so I turn on my Instagram, and I get a notification that there's like a like and a comment. And it is Justin Rutledge. And he has liked a deep like. So you know he has been
like
scrolling.
Scrolled.
He's been a scrolling. Deep like. And he comments on this photo of some vinyl, like some records that I had just bought, of like, hey, are these by any chance from Parkdale Platters? Also, do you want to grab a coffee sometime? Ladies, I took my phone and I threw it across the room because I manifested that shit.
You did.
And it happened.
You did.
Like, I was literally coming home to we'd been following each other for like 2-3 months at this point.
It was
and
the
never
bike ride.
commenting.
It was meant to be.
It was that bike ride.
But that's the magic that was on all of it. Wow. Like, it was just, then we met. It was just, we didn't play it cool. The next day, like within 4 days, we were telling each other we were falling in love with each other. Like, it was.
You guys are lesbians.
Yeah, total lesbians.
Like, I've never loved a hetero relationship more. Like, let's move quicker.
It was timing. Yeah. Right? It was timing. I was ready for it. He was ready for it. He is the first to say, like, I needed to meet you when I met you. He's like, you would not have dated me 10 years before. Wow. He was drinking too much. He was a player. He was like, so he's like, you would not have put up with my BS.
It was good timing.
If I met you earlier. And he's like, it's all right.
So since you were like lesbians and you moved so fast, he moves to Wellington. Do you follow?
So on our third date, he brings me out here to Wellington to have he had one of his viewings of the house because he didn't have the keys yet. He's like, do you want to come with me? I'm going on Wednesday. And I'm like, fun. Sure. So I come to Prince Edward County for the first time 3 days after knowing this dude. And we go through this beautiful home that he had just bought on the water in Wellington. Wow. When you could do that.
Yeah, it was like the old days.
And I was just like, what is this place? Like, as someone who my sweet spot in interior design was Victorian architecture in Toronto, and there's a lot of it, especially in the West End, which is where I used to work. I was like, the architecture of this area was blowing my mind. That's why I'm learning about the Loyalists and like how this is like the 1850s to the 1900s, this major settlement and the history of the county. And it was one of those trips, like if anyone is not born and raised from the county and is fortunate enough to come and visit the county, you have that weekend where it's just like everything is magic. You can't believe, like we were visiting his friends, like Norris and Jones were playing like a speakeasy in Bloomfield. I'm like, they're buddies of his. They brought him up to sing. We went to our friend Chris Brainey's farm where he made us like pizza on an outdoor pizza oven he'd built, and like the sun it's like cue the birds, cue the deer, like it was
the sunset.
Exactly. It was just like, what is this place? It was, and also we're like falling in love. Like it imprinted on so many levels.
Literally a rom-com.
It's literally like a Hallmark movie.
Someone should make a show about this.
They should.
I think you know
Can
people.
HGTV do that?
Do they do rom-coms?
Yeah. No, but W Network does it. I used to work for them.
I think you have the things.
Yeah. So did you move with him or like?
No, because I ran a design firm. I owned a home in Toronto. So I was stuck in the city, and here this guy that I'd just fallen in love with was moving. And so I used to do the trek every Friday, stuck in traffic, coming out to visit him. Or if I'd had a specifically tough week, he would come into the city. But I always wanted to get out of the city to come here. And then a year later, I get approached to do this television show, Backyard Builds, for HGTV, which was not in my wheelhouse at all. Like,
how does that work? Like, were you like not targeted? What's the word? Like headhunted?
Scouted?
Sort of. So when I met Justin, I was doing these design expert little things on television for a show called Stephen and Chris for CBC. And it was like a daytime design show.
I remember them.
Yeah. This awesome couple.
Yeah.
Chris has since passed, unfortunately, but Stephen, the loveliest guys you could ever meet, and so warm and so supportive. So I'd met this, I'll try to be short-winded about this. I met this producer at a friend's party, and I had just designed this friend's kitchen for her, and kind of on like a shoestring budget. We did like an IKEA kitchen with some awesome, like she was in fashion, so we did these really cool hardware, these like lion knockers used for like the hardware, and she had this really cool vintage art, like this one of those old like, you know, in biology class where they would like pull down the big paper and it was like a big skeleton, and like that was in her kitchen. And so this producer, she was kind of our age too. She was young at the time. I was probably 32 at the time. She is like, so you did this design, this looks great. And it's on a budget. Have you ever thought about doing, like, would you ever be open to doing television? Because I'm a producer on this Stephen and Chris show. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Like, I've just started my own design firm. Like, that's amazing promo if I can do that and I can showcase some of my work. And so I go in for this kind of casting call kind of thing. Like, they have a whole bunch of people come in and meet with Stephen and Chris, and we talk about our stuff. Like, I had never done anything like this before. And right before I went on, I couldn't remember my own name. Like, I was having a panic attack, and I was wearing this kind of like silk periwinkle blue shirt. I remember it so clearly. And I'm like, my mouth is so dry. If you've ever had those like nerves, you just, every single moisture molecule disappears from your mouth. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go drink some water. And so I go over to the water fountain and I press the water fountain and it sprays all over me. And I'm wearing this like silk shirt that all of a sudden has like dark blue down the middle with water. Amazing. And like, so I'm like standing under like a hair dryer, trying to dry it. They're like, Sarah, we're ready for you. I'm like, oh God. And so the producer, all of a sudden, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know words. things and stuff. And she's like, okay. And she's like, all of a sudden, like, oh my God, who the hell did I just bring in? She's like, why don't you just tell me about the pieces that you brought in to talk about today? I'm like, oh, like this vintage piece? Yeah, I actually found these chairs in the dump, and I just refinished them with this thing. And she's like, there you are. Go ahead. I'm like, thank you. She like totally unlocked me. Because it's like, stop thinking about what's about to happen. Just be yourself and talk about what you know.
Yeah.
I went in, I did my little spiel with them, and they're like, great, this is awesome. Can you come by like once a month and do this stuff? So I started doing that. So I guess... long story, too late to say it, short.
I like a short story long,
okay,
to be honest.
That's all you ever get with me, even when I try. So I think what had happened, I had been doing that for a little bit. And so like every month I would showcase one of my designs, and I'd come in and we'd talk about like a theme, like how to design with vintage, or like how to decorate for the holidays and stuff like that. It was so much fun, and I loved it. And I'm running my design firm with my business partner at the time, and it's helping promote us. So I think what happened is that like HGTV people watch these shows looking for upcoming talent, right? So I think that enough people saw me, because all of a sudden my phone started to ring. For some reason, it was always in September. And it would just be like, hey, have you ever thought about doing a show? Can you come in and test for this? But I had just started my design firm with my business partner, and I didn't want to I wasn't interested in being an actor. I wasn't interested in being like why would I do television? Like my design firm's working. This is plan A, and it's working, right? So I kept turning it down. And then like every September, I would like year after year. So the third year of Septembers, I was like, wait a minute. I don't think this is like a normal opportunity that people get. And I think maybe I should look into this a little bit more. And so lo and behold, that's how I ended up on Backyard Builds.
Were you able to do that and still do your design?
Yes, because I had a business partner, right?
Okay.
So there was like 2 principal designers. And so we just would so when I shot Backyard Builds, the first season, I just sort of like left. And I said, you know, we took down our workload so she could manage it with our staff. And then, so we just didn't have like 20 projects on the go. We would have 10, you know? And then when you're shooting a show like that, it's like 10-hour days, Monday to Friday. Like you're not coming home. I mean, I could come home and work because I didn't have kids yet at that point, and I did. But it was very much like all consuming. And I just
That's a long day.
Oh God, they're longer for this show.
Oh my God.
It was like 10-12-hour days because it's a first season.
Oh, okay.
And it's more docu-style.
Yeah.
So you're not sort of showing up and doing a scene. You're actually like shooting the real stuff.
Yeah.
But
I never saw Backyard Build.
Yeah.
What
rock were you?
I know. Like, how rude
I
of
did.
me. I did love HGTV though, so I probably
So
saw
it was
it
personal?
like
Is that what you're saying?
It was.
Okay,
I was
got
like,
it.
Sarah, no, can't watch this woman. I probably watched it without even thinking about it because I would just turn on HGTV and let it run.
It's the best background noise, right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to follow storyline. You just get a beautiful before and after at the end. I think that's why HGTV has such a great following. It's like, it's positive. It's hopefully lower stress, especially in this climate. And you get a great before and after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you were doing backyard?
Yeah, so it was, I never pretended I was a backyard designer. I always made it clear, like, I'm an interior designer, but I'm out here in the backyard using the same principles for exterior spaces. So we always had a interior build. So it's like whether it was turning a garage into like a pottery studio or building like a bunkie in the backyard or something like that. Or it was like full like loungers, pool, lanai, like kind of a thing. But yeah, so it was me and my co-host Brian McCourt. So like I was the designer, he was the contractor. It was a half-hour show, really family friendly. Like one of them in the first season, we did this awesome like dream tree house that was like across 2 trees with like 2 structures with a bridge across, like, so that some of them were like really whimsical and fun, and then other of them were like clubhouses, and it was really fun. And we did 4 seasons of that. And by the end, I had my design firm doing all the design work behind the scenes, because the reality of these shows is, as much as I'm a designer and I am like doing the like final check on all the things, so much of your time is spent shooting during the day that all the work that you have to do at your computer, like you don't have time for that. So you need support behind the scenes to like help get it to where it needs to be. And then they're like, is it this tile or this tile? Is it this paint or this paint? And like, you still have your hands on the design, but you're not doing the grunt work of it.
Yeah.
So my design firm was able to do that for the last couple seasons.
So it all kind of came together. Yeah. I love that. And then when you were done that show, what happened?
So if you ever see the show, I'm very pregnant in one season. Like literally gave birth 2 weeks after. We shot half the season and we like wrapped on my due date, but he was late. And then
did they have a backup plan if you weren't late?
We did.
Okay.
We did. But
they were like, just hold it.
It's also, yeah, exactly. It's also like with your first child, you're like, oh, I can do this. No worries. And like, I hear they come late and like, don't worry. As soon as this baby's out, I'm coming right back to work. Yeah. And you're like, haha, reality check. But reality check, actually, my first son, Jack, was a fantastic baby. And that's how they get you, right? Like he slept well. He did all the things right.
Yes.
And
I was the problem second child.
Well, I had that. He wasn't around yet though. So actually at 7 weeks, when Jack was 7 weeks old, I went back to work and shot the second half of the season. Oh my God. Which in retrospect, I'm like, how the hell did I do that?
In my brain, I'm just like, how did you do that?
I know. I don't even know. But it was like, like kind of like the ignorance of like not knowing any better. Mm-hmm. And my husband is a musician. And back then he was just being a musician. Like now he works full time with Massey Hall. Oh, okay. So has a Monday to Friday job as well. But so my husband was completely hands-on, was with Jack. We were bringing Jack to set. Wow. I have great boobs the second half of that season.
That makes sense.
They're full of milk. And I'm pumping all the time. And like, it's pretty humbling when you're like, don't come in here. I'm pumping. Like,
I lost all my shame after having kids.
There's none. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I don't have kids, but it feels like you're just fine.
Oh, yeah. Now it's just like, my doctor will be like, it's time for your pap smear. I'm like, great, let's go.
Yeah, you're already in the stress.
He was like, you're ready? I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's do this.
It's so humbling. And I hope that you just like, for me, I'm like, I hope I never lose it. Because why?
I just don't care anymore.
It's just like,
now you have a second, so I feel like you're good.
Yeah.
And then how did you end up back in the county?
So, because of doing the show, we were stuck in Toronto. It was shot out of the GTA. So what we had done is we had sold, once Justin and I discovered we knew officially we were each other's person. Mm-hmm. At this point, I think we got engaged. It's like, okay, we can't.
How long did it take you to get engaged?
A year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
I like this timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, a year. And then we got married a year after that. Because it was all, at this point, the like practical side of me, I'm like, this is all moving a little fast. Like maybe like move in with me. I'm stuck in Toronto. You have to come back here. Like, let's make sure that we're like, don't have our rose-colored glasses on and like go into a marriage thinking like, ooh, yay. But like, we don't have any practical life experience of living together. So at that point, what we did is we sold his Wellington home on the water. Oops.
I was going to say, I'm like, oh, no.
Hindsight 2020. And downsized to this awesome, beautiful little house in Picton. Because at this point, Picton we felt was really undervalued. We're like, there's this great hotel that's about to like going to be worked on here. Yeah. Like if you want to come and visit, it's like we love Wellington but we just know we can't get back into Wellington. But like the houses in Picton were so beautiful. So we bought this like 1890 little house that had like a turret on it.
Oh my gosh.
And at this point, Justin did have an Airbnb cabin on his property in Wellington that he Airbnb'd. And so he was like, this is the future. Like we have to have an Airbnb so we can we're not the kind of people that can just like sit on two properties. Yeah. So it's like we need an income property. So this house that we found in Picton was like an absolute dream. It was like there's a front entrance and a back entrance, a front staircase and a back staircase. If you close one door between the two, you have two units.
Yeah.
And it's just like if I turn this like library room into a front kitchen, it's like a front unit that we can Airbnb out. It's a 3-bedroom space. And then this back unit that has like a loft bedroom can be ours that we can keep all of our personal effects in.
Yeah.
We can keep a stocked fridge with like
That's
our ketchups and our
amazing.
pickles and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And that we don't have to, because the thing is that with Airbnb, of like the caliber of Airbnb we wanted to have, especially as a designer, you don't want personal effects there, right?
Yeah.
So we can open it up and stay in the whole house when we're here, or we can rent out the front and not have to block off dates. We can come here at like
Whenever.
the 11th hour.
Yeah.
So it worked out really beautifully for
That's
us.
amazing.
And then so when cut to now 2 kids, a 1-year-old, and I'm pregnant with my second. We know now that the backyard show's not getting renewed. We did 4 seasons. That's usually what they kind of cap them at 4 a lot of the time. And so I'm like, well, I don't need to be on television. Like, I don't have to stay in the city to be on television. Like, I've got kids now. I want to be more in control of my timing. So like, I just want to start up my design firm again. And I can, if I'm starting up from scratch, I've kind of had it down now I'd sold the rest of my business to my business partner at this point because I'd had kids and she doesn't have kids. It's a very different like lifestyle thing. So it was like, you run with this. If I start up again, I'll start under my name anyways, because like now I've done this promo and I want to be in charge of my time because I'm a mom now. So I'm like, if I'm going to start this up in Toronto, I can also start that up in Prince Edward County.
Yeah, of course.
And with 2 kids, like the edginess of our Queen West area was just feeling grimy as opposed to like the cool edge that I used to love. And it's like
Maturing.
and it's just like that poor schizophrenic man that lives at the bottom of our street that's screaming obscenities all the time. Like, now my kid's hearing that.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to like, we're trying to raise children to be kind and like make eye contact and be empathetic children. But then it's very contradictory for me saying like, don't talk to that guy and like, don't touch that. And like, you know, like that kind of thing. And my second born was not the easy baby that my first was. He essentially came out feral, did not sleep for 14 months straight. I'm 41 when I had him. So it's like, you know, you're not bouncing back. You need sleep more. We have a 2-year-old at home and a baby that was colic.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's just like, we were sort of losing our mind, and it was still COVID at this point. It was 2021. We just felt like the city was caving in on us, and we kept trying to escape to the county. And then it's like sort of dawns on us, like, where are kids going to go to school here? You have to do all the back lanes of Queen Street to get to the school and the daycare and the stuff that we would see on a daily basis, just taking our little angelic babies to daycare. It was like, is this really what we're locking in for the foreseeable future? Yeah. So I just said, let's move to the county. Justin was like, finally. I told you, I've been trying to get you back there. Yeah. He could do his work from anywhere. At this point, he works from Massey Hall, but because it was COVID, they're like, you can do satellite work. And it was just like, I still have mom brain. You know, I can't make any major life decisions. Let's move there into our Airbnb. Like we're going to essentially squat in our own property, which is fantastic. Yeah. We're going to rent out our Toronto home. We're not going to sell it because once you sell Toronto property, you don't get back in. But I had renovated that house when I bought it 15 years ago to have a basement apartment. So we had a basement apartment that if we had to come back for work, it was like the best laid plan, right? I was like, promise me for 5 years, we're not going to make a rash decision. We're going to see what it's like. Maybe we've like romanticized living in the county, right? Maybe it's like once the kids are a bit older and I'm sleeping again and I have a brain again, I'm like,
oh no, I hate this.
I'm so bored and I need the multiculturalism and I need all this stuff that I miss from the city and I need like my business. And, you know, I was like, no, don't force me to make a decision. 5 years and then let's think about making moves. Ladies, like 3 months into being in the county, like we came here just in time for my eldest to start junior kindergarten at PCI. And 3 months into being here, I was like, so I've gotten on the phone with a realtor in Toronto. I'm ready to start listing whenever you are. We are never going back. My husband's born and raised in Toronto. Yeah. Like he had already said goodbye to it. I was the one that was holding on to it. I'm like, I can't unknow this life. Yeah. There's no part of, I love Toronto. I'm not someone who has moved and hates it. Like I love Toronto. I love going back to visit. I wish I could hack it there. I'm just different. I'm different as a mom. We want to raise our children in more of like that 80s style lifestyle.
I think once you like hit that, like I go to Toronto, and to be fair, I grew up in Belleville.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to live in the city, and it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I feel more comfortable on land, like with no one around than with neighbors. But even now when I go back to Toronto, I'm like, how do people do this?
I feel that now, and it's only been like 3 years that we've been officially moved out of it. It's like I almost get like I'm overstimulated by it now. It's sort of what Justin and I kind of coined with it was like, it wasn't that there was anything in particular that forced us out of the city. It was like death by a million scratches.
Yeah.
So it was like someone cutting you off in traffic, sitting in traffic for 45 minutes when it's really just a 10-minute drive.
Yeah.
Not finding parking, getting a parking ticket, trying to make someone
Garbage strike.
Yeah, garbage strike.
That's
And
what killed me.
Oh yeah, that was a bad.
It was
that
like
a bad time.
2007.
Yeah.
And it was gross. I lived in Chinatown. So like,
That's a tough one. Yeah.
not good times.
Ew.
Yeah.
And then how did you come up with the idea of the county show?
So it found me.
Oh.
Because it's a beautiful lesson in like, not to sound too cheesy about it, but like totally following your heart and your gut and life completely falling into place and not pushing against any of it, right? Like, you know, part of me was like, oh, I'm really like giving up this opportunity to be on television by moving from Toronto. Like everything's shot in the GTA.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, that's okay because I love design and I care more. Like it's so much easier to make these decisions now that I'm a mom. Like it's not just about me anymore. It's not about my career. It's about a family unit and what's right for my husband, what's right for me, what's right for our kids. So the decision was pretty easy to leave, but that was truly me giving up television and I was okay with that. And it was, so we're here in the county, we're living in Picton. We list our Toronto, we find our dream home. So an 1860s brick farmhouse, Victorian, really like a humble home, not like the overly detail-y Victorian and stuff like that, that needed everything done to it. It was essentially like an estate sale. So it was as is, it was like just under an acre of land, just on the outskirts of Picton. So it's still you can walk into town.
Oh,
and
wow.
So this is like, we knew if we're raising kids here, we want them to be able to ride their bikes to school. We don't want to be beholden to like living in a car, getting our kids anywhere.
Yeah.
We want our kids to have a certain amount of autonomy once they're old enough to just like go to the park by themselves, go to the store. We really needed the walkability of just, especially coming from Toronto, we need to be able to like walk to do things. So we knew we wanted to stay in Picton, but we found this, like everything about this house was like check, 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 check. Like an old barn that's converted into a 2-car garage. The loft space of that we can eventually turn into my husband's music studio. Like
I love this.
everything about it. It had a pool, like an 80s style pool that actually works. It's an eyesore, but it works, and that's all I care about. But everything about this house needed to be restored, like knob and tube. And for anyone that doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, I had that in my
Was
house.
it lath and plaster?
Lath and plaster, of course, because it's knob and tube. Like that's the old electrical that you can't even get your house insured until you remediate it. Like it's a fire hazard, right? Looking through the house, I was so enamored with it. Again, sprinkled with fairy dust, which just as in my life is, because we're open to it, I think. Like there was all these signs, like there's a sign on the door that's, I think I'm saying this right, Cade Mil Falche, which is 100,000 welcomes in Gaelic. And Justin's grandmother was Irish, Gaelic. She spoke Gaelic. So like he's like, oh my God, it's my grandmother telling us this is the house. And like for me, there's a little log cabin on the property that like they didn't even show in the realtor. I'm like, there's a log freaking cabin on this property. It's so sweet. That's the pump house for the pool. And in the concrete, there's like the names of the kids that used to live there. And we did that with our garage in Toronto with my son, and
That's
I'm like,
so sweet.
this is a family home. Like I brought tears to my eyes before we even went into the house. And like, there is good vibes in this house, and it's totally not haunted. Like, it's like
And even if it is, they're probably
It's
friendly.
fine.
it's just like it's like I talked to the house when we were walking through it. I'm like, I promise you, we'll take good care of you.
my
Like
gosh.
it was just I saw it all there, and it needed all of me and all of our money. So it really wasn't for everyone, but as an interior designer, it didn't scare me.
Yeah.
And it needed a lot of work. Like we had to lop off the whole back section of the house, like the whole roof, because being that we don't have any family here, we need a guest bedroom and a comfortable one that people can come and stay for like a week, ideally, you know? And with the way the house was set up, there was 3 bedrooms in the front and a bathroom, but no, there was a second floor in the back half of the house that was not connected, but you could barely stand up in it. It was like a storage unit.
Yeah.
So we had to lop off the whole roof and rebuild it. And it was a year worth of renovating. But what I did, because I have a great following on my social media and because I'm not doing TV anymore, I hired my friend Allie Kaufman of Story.
Oh my God,
Marketing.
I know Allie.
You do?
I bought a cookie jar off of her.
Yes, because she's got the best eye.
Yeah, it looks like an Oreo cookie.
Yes.
Oh.
She's got the best
I have
collection of
gotten
these things.
so many cute things from her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Allie Kaufman, who
big
has
fan.
the most quirky collection of everything.
I love
she does content. And I saw, Storied Marketing is her business. And she's based out of the county. She's in Picton as well. And her kids go to the same school and stuff like that. And we had a lot of mutual friends. And I reached out to her and I said, listen, I'm not good at social media. I'm like, unless I'm doing a selfie version, I don't know how to edit it. And it's just not where I'm putting my time. I need to do these little videos because I'm about to start renovating my house. And I'm in a very fortunate position that usually with some of my big vendors that I used to work with on my show, I can get a better deal if I do an influencer kind of thing, right? So I'm I need someone to help me create content to show that I'm doing this and that I can chronicle it if I need to give a really good payback if someone wants to give me a good discount on something, right? So I hire her to do, she's like, I've never done videos with people before. I just do promos for restaurants. I'm like, it's your eye. I love everything you're doing.
Yeah.
She's the nicest human.
Should we have her on the podcast?
Yes.
I've invited her already.
Okay, well, I'm going to bully her on.
Bully her.
Please do.
Bully her.
She is killing it right now. And so anyways, so I hired her. She's amazing. She does she does 4 little videos. We sort of walk through, this is the house, this is the property, this is what I'm planning on doing. We do one for the kitchen, we do one for whatever it is. They're beautiful. By the way, my husband has since hired her to do all of Massey Hall's social media.
Yeah.
So not their social media, but these videos. And so they tag team into the city once in a while because she's so talented.
Yeah.
And so
she used to be at Visit the County.
yes, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
You love her aesthetic, I guarantee. So anyways, so Allie does these great videos for me. I start posting them. It's a way to kind of come out of my mat leave and to sort of reestablish that we've moved here and I'm going to start my design firm up and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to put some energy back into my career. And like I said, trying to get some free stuff and or discounted at least.
We love a barter. I love a trade.
Just being hey, Home Depot.
Exactly. Well, once you know people can give you some free stuff, it's hard to go back to paying full price for this stuff. But
I slide into Home Depot's DMs all the time.
Yeah.
Well, because I used to work in plumbing. Anyway,
really?
They used to give me paint and stuff all the time.
Amazing. Well, that's the thing. It's mutually beneficial, right?
Yeah.
It's where most of the advertising dollars are going now. So I get a call from my friend Jessie Barkley, who works at Rogers Media, which now own HGTV. I won't bore you with the details, but HGTV used to be with a company called Chorus. They don't have that anymore.
I didn't know Rogers bought.
Yeah, so Rogers now has the rights to HGTV Canada.
Maybe I did
So
know that.
My Backyard Show is now on the channel called Home Network, which is still owned by Chorus. But HGTV is sort of this fledgling thing with Rogers again. So a lot of people are confused. They're we don't have HGTV anymore. We just have Home. It's called Home now. There's Home Network, and now there's HGTV Canada that's back.
Okay.
So my friend Jesse had moved over to Rogers to head up HGTV. He said, Sarah, what the heck are you doing over there? Are you really renovating a house like this? Oh my God, is the county as amazing as everyone says it is? What else are you doing there? Can you come in and meet with my executives? Because at this point, I found out after the fact that a lot of production companies were going in and pitching show ideas and attaching my name to them, which I didn't even know.
Oh, I love that for you.
I love that for me too. I'm like, who is doing this? This is amazing. They're like, you know, someone like Sarah Keenleyside could host something like this. I'm like, excuse me, what?
What am I hosting? Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But he's like, your name keeps getting thrown around by all these production companies, but I want the Rogers people to understand who they're talking about. So can you come in for a meeting? Again, no skin off my back. I don't have a pitch. I'm not trying to get a show made. I'm like, sure. I was luckily enough coming in for the Taylor Swift concert. And so I
love it even more for some reason.
So we'll get this. I'm like, okay, Jesse, I'm actually coming into town next week. I'm never there anymore. And we have like, at this point, like a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Like it's hard to like leave for a chunk of time. And I was like, I'm actually coming in next week to go to the Taylor Swift concert. Like, can I swing by beforehand? And he's like, great. I'm like, just please explain to them that I don't usually wear sequins and red lipstick. Like, because I'm like, I'm going to a Taylor Swift concert. I'm usually like wearing like all denim, right? And he's like, got it. No problem. I'll put a precursor. So I come in my sequins and my red lipstick because I'm literally taking an Uber down to the Taylor Swift concert after this meeting.
I love this.
Again, I'm so distracted. I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is great. Nice to meet you. There's like only 4 people. Like, no big deal.
So excited for Taylor.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then, so I have this meeting and again, they're like, you know, so what are you doing? I'm like, well, this is my life. Like, you know, like my husband and I, we've moved there. This is what we're doing. We've got this great house. They're like, you know, are you starting up your design? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to plan to start it up, but I want to renovate the house first. So I get trades and stuff like that before I start up taking on client work. And like, great, you know, would you be available this summer if something was to get like greenlit? Like, would you ever want to make a show about this? I'm like, yeah, would you guys ever want to make? I'm like, the county is its own show. Like, you don't need me. This place is amazing. And the people in the community and the arts, like, it's like the food and beverage, like you don't even need me for this show.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. And that is essentially, I went to the Taylor Swift concert. A week later, I get a call saying, we want to offer you a development deal to see if we can get this show off the ground. And then a couple months later, we were greenlit for production.
Holy shit.
You get greenlit for development.
You're really good at manifesting.
I think so too.
Like,
but without like trying,
it just
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's a very comfortable horseshoe. Up my butt,
Yeah.
I think. Like, I am very aware that a lot of beautiful, wonderful things have happened in my life that I couldn't have made happen if I tried.
But I think that actually says something about you as a person, because people don't work with people who aren't.
Suck.
Yeah, people don't work with people who suck, and you're talented, and your energy is just really fun and bubbly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And like really just wholesome.
Very positive.
I couldn't have made it happen if I tried. And so once we were in development for it, my marching orders were, I'm like, the county is too authentic of a place. There's no one that's trying to keep up with the Joneses. Don't bring any of that crummy Toronto BS with you. Like, this is not about like, look at my beautiful home and it's nicer than my neighbors. And there's none of that. It's like, it is authentic. It is real people. It is real stories. It like, the only way I'll make this show is if it's a love letter to Prince Edward County, because it's like, it needs to be, the word I kept using was patient.
Yeah.
This is not star swipes and drama.
Yeah.
Like, this is not MTV editing. This is like, the county is slower. The show has to be patient like that, which is why we have all those gorgeous shots between every single scene change. And it's just like, the county is on 11 with our amazing cinematographer, Chris Matthews, who his parents live in Wellington. Like, he's connected to the place.
He understood the
He
assignment.
understands.
Jermaine
the
Camera B,
assignment.
he and his wife live in the county. Like, and he used to, like, both these guys used to work on my backyard show. It's just like, as luck would have it. So it's just like people that are genuinely connected to the community that want to show it in its best. And it's like, there's so many interesting makers and artists out here. So like, every show we're doing someone's house, but we're also using a local talent or a creative to do something custom for each episode. It's like, it's
So
really
in the
fun.
show, is it about your house or are you going into other people's houses?
It's both.
Okay.
So it's 10 episodes. It's 10 1-hour episodes. And so the sort of through line of the entire show is the fact that I'm renovating our forever home. So it sort of starts out with, this is the house that we found. It's a lot of like my own videos of when we got the house and like going through it from before, and me tracking the reno that it started way before this show started. And so that's the through line, is that it's the way we introduce the viewing audience to the county, is like, this is why Justin and I moved here. This is why we want to raise our family here. This is our forever home that we found that needs all this work. But while I'm also here, I'm also starting up my design firm at the same time. And that's where I've teamed up with two of my best friends, Kate Lavender and Jo Smeeth. Jo Smeeth is an interior designer herself, but she's also run her own construction company at one point in her life. So it's she's project manager extraordinaire. She's like the cool head in like the storm, right? Like she's just like, you cannot phase Jo. She is amazing to me. She's just like, yep, I got it. Don't worry about it. Like, she's just on it. She's such a boss babe. And then Kate Lavender, whose background, she's just recently transitioned into interior design. Her background is in theater. And then she also does, like, she's got the best eye. She's a buyer for a lot of the hotels in the county. So like those like the Royals shop, it's like she curates all that and does all the buying for them. She has her own Airbnb that she designed herself. She's like, oh, I'm not a designer, but like, yes, you are. You cannot teach style, and you have style, and you have the like eye for the hunt. So she's our like art director stylist. So I'm like lead designer, and Jo designs them with me, but then she also runs the execution of them. And then Kate's out there getting all the decor and all the last minute pieces pulled together.
I love this. And it's a team of women.
Yeah. Yeah. All like, and also like all in our 40s, like Kate sort of, and also it's like shows that you don't have to like, you can reinvent yourself.
I love
like
a good pivot.
Kids.
We love a pivot.
We're all moms too, so we're all like struggling with that sort of balance of it all. So the way it works is 4 of the 10 episodes are reveals from my own home as we're finishing it sort of chunk by chunk. And then the other 6 episodes are client reveals, and there's actually 7 reveals because episode 3 was actually 2 full clients within the same episode.
How is the county, like the community, taking the show?
So if it's any sign, because I really wanted to make sure, like I've been doing like local radio and everything, I really wanted to make sure that the community understood that this is like a grassroots thing. This is not like for people that I don't know yet and stuff. This is not HGTV as like a spaceship, like descending on our beautiful community. This is something that is born out of our community. So I've been really like vocal about trying to make sure that people understand that, and that like I'm not a citiate moving in trying to like capitalize on this. Like this is genuinely care for our community. So one thing that I did is like I really, for people that don't have HGTV or that don't stream it on, shameless plug, City TV Plus. You can stream it on that streaming service.
Go download
8 p.m. on Fridays. But for people that don't have access to that, I teamed up with the Regent Theatre to do a community viewing party. So I couldn't get it organized for episode 1 because I was in Toronto for press and stuff like that. But for episode 3, which is a very near and dear to our hearts episode, where we do the 2 reveals, and it's like, so it's 2 clients within the community, and like well-known people, and that we did that as a public viewing. And so it was a pay what you can. It's not like a ticketed event. It was a first come, first serve. 100% of the proceeds go to the Regent Theatre, which is an organization. Like it's a not-for-profit. not-for-profits.org. Like, and it's like, we're so fortunate to have a theater like that in our community. And they do not survive unless we support them. So they did not charge me anything to put this on, but I was like, whatever money that comes through, you get 100% of it. And we made that very clear. So we're like, please be generous with your donation. And so we did a viewing party on, it was the Monday of April, I think it was the 21st, 22nd, I can't remember anymore. And it was just like, I hope people show up to this. Like, who knows? Like, we just talked about it on social media. So I think it's like at capacity at 400, and I think we were 350 people.
Wow.
Like,
that's incredible.
It was amazing. And so we did a viewing of episode 3, which had just aired the Friday before, and then we did a Q&A afterwards. Duarte da Silva was our mediator. It was me, Kate, Jo, and our executive producer and director, Kelly Ray, who came for it. And so it was just like, he asked us questions, and then we opened it up to the audience. But like, if if that day brought me to tears. My parents came from Ottawa to be part of it too, to like sort of see this. A packed house of our community. Like what I didn't anticipate was like every time, like the moment that the county title block shows up on screen, the whole place goes wild.
Yeah.
It brought tears to my eyes. Every time a new person shows up on camera, like hoots and hollers. It was like Rocky Horror Picture Show for our little HGTV show, because everybody knows everyone.
Yeah.
It's like there's Kelly from Keep and Coquito, and everyone's like hooting and like it was just so. And before a commercial break, there was a drama before one commercial break, and the theater, it just goes black for 10 seconds and then starts up again. But there's some drama that happened before a commercial break, and the whole place goes, ooh. Awesome. It was hilarious.
I think the way you've approached it is really good because as you said, like I think a lot of the time with the county or small towns, people come in thinking they know better than like the people who live
that
there.
have lived there for generations.
And this is something my partner and I talk about farmers, because like her family's farmers, we've farmed, and a lot of times people think farmers are like undereducated, but farmers are like the most educated because they're like carpenters, they're engineers, they're they're not great accountants, but they're accountants.
But they're,
you know?
they're better accountants than the average person when you think of like cash flow.
Yeah, and then you have like city people coming in and being like, oh, well, we could do this better. Yeah. And it's like, okay.
Yeah,
try,
exactly.
Go for it.
And I want this gorgeous property. And it's like, oh, yeah? Are you going to tend to that property? Yeah. It's like, look at this gorgeous acreage. What are you doing with that acreage, you idiot?
I'm going to get sheep.
Yeah. So I think like the way you came about it and like highlighting the county is so special, because so many people come into the county in the last, like I started working in the county, I guess 10 years ago when I was 20, and just came in and tried to like make it something different. But you get to actually highlight, you highlighted the amazingness of the county and the community.
Thank you, because that was very, very important to me. Very important to me. And to like highlight the like we do like what's called the cold open is the part before the title block on the show. It's like I gave them a list of all the different places that I want to be. I'm like, we can do like, we can do the sunset at Slake. We can like open an episode there, or there's like Sunflower Fields which has like my eldest son has a severe dairy allergy, which I would not wish on my worst enemy. They're terrible, but like that place has dairy-free ice cream. Yeah. I'm like, I want to highlight so does Slickers, for the record. Yeah. But like highlighting these like local spots. We opened the whole season at Little John Farms. Yeah. Which is this amazing farm to table dining series where it's like everything comes from their farm, and I go there all the time. They're friends of ours. And I'm like, we're getting them. We're gonna go like we're trying our best to showcase these beautiful gems and like put them on like a national stage as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's so much fun, and it's like, if anything, the tough part is I'm like, I wanted more sandbanks and stuff like that, but because it's Crown land, it's actually very complicated with getting permits. So it ended up being tough. But I hope if we get a second season, we can showcase a little bit more that's not just like the aerial shots of the beaches and the like the parklands, but also I want more multi-generational county people, because the tough thing is we had to like, I essentially cast this entire first season because I'm the one that had the boots on the ground, and we had to cast the season before we could even tell people that the show was greenlit. Okay. So for me, it was really like an internal, like I sent it off to like 60 people internally on like a private message on Instagram saying, everyone, please don't share this information, but share it like, over dinner with friends and stuff like that, of like, we're trying to cast this show. It's going to be an HGTV show, but like it was a very small group that I was able to cast the net to. So now that the show is aired, now that people understand what they would be signing up for, if we get a second season, I would love to cast a wider net and just more, like it's so story driven. Like we want the multi-generational families and stuff like that. We've got the Cleve family coming up on episode 8. So this week is episode 7, which is back at my house. So it's our primary bedroom and our second floor bathroom. But then episode 8 is taking on the Claremont Club's Taylor house, this brick house that they moved. That was Doc Taylor's house from the 1880s, 1860s. I can't remember. And so my design firm gets that whole house to renovate to sort of be like almost like an Airbnb that connects to the hotel and the Claremont Club, and we get full reign. And it's the Cleve family, which are like, I think like 5 generations in Picton.
Yeah.
They own Port Picton Homes. They're the ones that took over. Yeah. So it's so we've got some really great roots there, but I just want more.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so excited to watch it now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what?
it's-
I'm going to get City TV Plus. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Put it in the book.
$500.
$500,
Yeah. I think
please.
it's $10 a month, but it's like, it sucks when it's like another stream. But it is HGTV, Food Network, FX. Like it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a bunch
it's a
of
bunch
them.
of
It's a big
stuff.
bundle.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Food Network.
I love that.
Sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have no other questions. This was amazing.
No, it was great. Like
Yeah.
I'm just excited. I'm gonna just binge the whole thing.
And normally we end it with like, what's bringing you joy right now?
Yeah.
But I feel like
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you're just a joy of a human. So.
There's something that happened, and long before the show got greenlit or anything, there is a beautiful contentment that I have that is like, I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but there's something that's like, once we settled in, we found our forever home. It was like we sold our Toronto house. Like it was everything was falling into place. And knowing that you're like working on your family home for the foreseeable future, like no end in sight. And as a designer, you're not thinking about resale value and stuff like that. Again, long before the show came on, there was such a beautiful sense of contentment. Like I'm very fortunate to have a beautiful partner in life that we both can do our creative outlets, and we sort of yin yang the support for each other when whoever needs it with our careers, because we're both self-employed. We have 2 beautiful, healthy boys. We're where we want to be in this amazing community. Like I just feel like there's such a wash of contentment that I just don't want for anything. Like when I go back to the city, the things that I realized I missed were like the consumption of it.
Yeah.
I missed walking down the street being like, ooh, I like that dress, or I want to buy some clothes, or I want to buy this I want to consume this stuff from this coffee shop and like try this new restaurant and stuff like that. It was all consumption.
Yeah.
Like
that's a really good, yeah.
Yeah, and when you leave that behind, like I haven't
not
bought
what
any
makes you
new
happy.
clothes in like a year. I buy things like I buy Old Navy for the boys and it gets shipped to the house and that's it. Like it's just like I don't need anything. What was I doing? It's like it's almost like you in the city you are justifying why it's so hard to be there, because you've got like, well, I can do this and I can do this and I am consuming and like this is what I need to consume to be in the city. But when you leave that, you're like, I don't want for anything. It's like
you don't need any
don't
of that.
need
It's
anything.
just
you don't
you think you need it to be happy.
yeah.
But you really don't.
And when you're truly content in life, you realize none of it is needed. It's all just like little icing bits that you're trying to convince yourself you need.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the goal that people need to like hit more, is just contentment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the best. It's not like if your goal is more money, you're never going to be happy. That's an endless goal. It's just like, living within your means and like health and time. Like time is the new luxury now.
Oh my
right?
God, yeah.
And that is 100% what Justin and I have, well, other than shooting a show. That swallows up your time. But like, it's what moving to the county is the time with our family, being present at these early ages.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having
This was
me,
amazing.
This was so fun.
I'm going to turn it off.
Bye.
Bye.
That was amazing. Sarah. Such a gem of a human.
Yeah, she sent me, I emailed her like way too late last night for her headshot for this. And she was like, oh yeah, it was on my list too. And she sends me the most beautiful headshot. I was like, are you kidding me?
I haven't seen it. I can't wait to see it.
I'm like, stunning.
Gorgeous.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Gorgina.
She just radiates positivity.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, I'm like,
contagious.
she's the kind of, I'm like, I want to see you win.
And I'm excited to watch the show. I'm going to get, maybe there's a free trial, or I can get it for 3 months
just
or something.
pay for it.
I'll pay for it. Yeah.
I'll just pay for
watch.
it and we can watch it together.
Oh, okay. Shh, don't tell anyone. That's what you're doing. Don't tell Rogers. $500. Speaking of Sarah's, my best friend.
I also have something to talk about.
My best friend?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So my best friend, who I love, but also hate because she moved across the world to Australia. Hello, Sarah. I hope you're listening, because she started listening to the episodes.
Oh, shit.
And she was listening to the one with Steph. And I said, oh, I talk about you in that. And she goes, yeah, you do. And I was like, oh, yeah, people listen. But she said, I said, because we just sent voice notes back and forth. I said, I've been really happy lately. And she goes, yeah, I've been listening to the podcast and you guys sound so happy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it comes through.
Oh my God.
Man, remember how depressed we were?
Yeah, I do.
I know how well we're doing based on how long our intro and extras are.
Yeah.
Because there was times where it was like 5 minutes and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, nothing else to talk about.
Can't
do it. So look at us thriving.
The growth. The progress.
Yeah.
It's been quite a 2 years.
We're coming up to 4 years.
I know.
You said 2. I'm like,
no, I mean like the last 2 years have been pretty rough.
But the growth within the last year,
yeah,
has been crazy. Yeah.
I'm proud of us.
I'm shook. This is still going.
Same.
And it's not stopping.
No, yeah, like we have episodes now booked until August.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, okay, I guess people still want that.
It feels like we just recorded I Want to Quit the Podcast, which was like our 3-year episode.
I thought that was our 1 year episode. Oh no,
no,
was our 3-year episode.
Our 3-year episode, yeah. Crazy. Sorry, what was your story about my best friend?
So I get a notification. It's a Duolingo notification. And it's like, congratulate your friend.
Duolingo.
Congratulate your friend Sarah. She has hit a 900-day streak.
So I'll tell you one thing about Sarah and her Duolingo. If we are out, if we're out, we were at a Luke Bryan concert. She's drunk. We're on the lawn at Budweiser. She's Duolingoing. She will not lose that streak.
Oh, yeah.
She will be whispering into her phone, like...
whatever.
She's learning Portuguese. Well, she is Portuguese, so it feels like she kind of cheating.
Now she should know a lot of words.
I think she can speak Portuguese.
That's pretty crazy. I feel like Duolingo should do a case study on her.
Her and Ed Torres.
Also Ed Torres.
Also, again though, I think he's learning Spanish and he speaks Spanish. When I had Duolingo, the owl was always like dying, and I was like, I can't look at this anymore.
So now you can put widgets on your phone, right?
Yeah.
And you can put him like big in the corner here, and then he shames you.
Yeah, I know. I had to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'm not good at languages.
See, I've been doing a lot of Spanish.
Español. Uno más.
Mi camisa es azul.
Sometimes I feel like when I'm in the country and people are speaking to me, my lizard brain comes forward and I can like figure it out.
Yeah, because it's not.
But I can't speak Spanish.
No, neither can I. But I feel like I can get like, I'm like, I can probably be like, I need a bathroom, please and thank you. Please and thank you. I need.
Por favor.
Like, I need a beer.
Una cerveza.
Por favor.
Por favor. Save me a piece of that corn for later. That's just Nacho Libre speaking English.
Nacho. I just realized also how many tortilla chips I'm going to eat.
Girl, we're going to eat so many tortilla chips and tacos and salsa. And I hope there's corn on sticks.
Elotes.
Kay's going on vacation. Countdown's on.
Also, shout out to Nicole at Chris Millet's office because they really did not want to renew my passport.
They didn't.
They
never wanted you to have vacation.
It's my own fault for losing my temporary passport. We can shame me. It's fine. It's my fault. But Nicole really came through for me.
So funny.
Called Passport Canada
or
her contacts on my behalf and was like, this girl needs a vacation.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Also, I need to shout out somebody else.
Go.
Kristen!
Our weekly Kristen shout-out.
And I'm shouting her out for a specific reason, not just because I love her and her glorious boobies.
Great boobs.
So great. She is doing Dancing with the Stars this year. So proud of her. They are working their behinds off, but she also donated a little gifty gift to Lincoln's Fun Fair.
I love that. I actually was supposed to bring you things for the fun fair. I forgot them.
We have until like next week.
I'll get you next.
I also need to like go downtown and talk to Matilda. And like
can we just take a moment though? You put out on your Instagram, I need prizes. How many people showed up?
Alexis, Matilda, from downtown Belleville, Brittany, from who does my nails, and is one of my
your lashes
and my lashes, and like just generally one of my favorite people.
I love her.
Kristen,
also great boobs. 10 out of 10. We're gonna get canceled for this. Oh my god!
I'm so sorry, Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah. Okay, Brittany,
Jeanette, seats available studio.
Like people, I love this community.
Oh, and Marshman's.
Love. Is it diamonds?
No.
Boring.
It's jewelry cleaning.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can bring your whatever jewelry you have in, and they'll do like a deep professional clean on it.
I just have to say one more thing that we're doing next week.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a secret. I went to Albert College. Don't hate me. We got asked to do a motivational speech to their women's rights club. So we're doing that next week.
We have to inspire the next generation of women.
It's gonna go great.
It's gonna be great. I feel like we're both very, like, we may be a little bit weird, but I think we both have really good pivot stories.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So here, buckle up.
Buckle up, Albert College girlies.
We're coming.
We're coming for ya.
You got anything else?
Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Yeah. The Babes of Quinte podcast is recorded and produced at Starboard Communications, the home of Cool 100, Hits 95.5, and InQuinte.ca.